Welcome back to USA Car Reviews, the channel where we take you deep into the heart of American muscle and classic car culture. Today we are diving into a machine that defined an entire era of automotive passion, the 1981 Chevrolet Camaro. This car wasn't just another model in Chevrolet's lineup, it was a symbol of style, raw performance, and the cultural heartbeat of early 80s America. Even today, more than 4 decades later, the 1981 Camaro still turns heads, and enthusiasts continue to restore, modify, and celebrate this timeless beast. So let's take a full look at what made this car so iconic and why it remains a collector's dream. The 1981 Camaro was the last model year of the second-generation Camaro, which had been introduced in the early 1970s. By 1981, the car had already built a solid reputation as one of the most stylish pony cars on the market, competing directly with the Ford Mustang and Pontiac Firebird. Chevrolet wanted to end this generation with a bang before introducing a brand new look in 1982, and so the 81 Camaro arrived with some unique touches that made it stand out. It carried over the long hood, short deck proportions that muscle car fans adored, but it refined the design with a sleeker front end, quad rectangular headlights, and subtle updates that gave it a bold yet sophisticated appearance. One of the most memorable things about the 1981 Camaro was its wide range of trims and options. Buyers could choose from the base Sport Coupe, the luxurious Berlinetta, the high-performance Z28, or even the Rally Sport Edition with its unique two-tone paint and striping. Each version had its own personality, allowing the Camaro to appeal to a wide audience. For those who wanted pure speed and aggressive styling, the Z28 was the ultimate pick. It came with a functional hood scoop, special graphics, and a suspension setup that meant business. Meanwhile, the Berlinetta catered to drivers who wanted something a little more refined, with upgraded interior comforts and a smoother ride. Under the hood, the 1981 Camaro offered several engine choices, from the smaller 6-cylinder options to powerful version 8S that delivered the muscle car punch people expected. The Z28, in particular, could be ordered with the 350 cubic inch V8, producing enough horsepower to keep adrenaline junkies satisfied. While emissions regulations and fuel economy concerns of the late 70s and early 80s had already started to tame the horsepower wars of the 60s, the Camaro still had more than enough muscle to deliver a thrilling ride. Enthusiasts often remember that while the numbers on paper might not look earth-shattering compared to the golden era of muscle cars, the sound, feel, and presence of a 1981 Camaro made it unforgettable. Step inside the car, and you're greeted by a driver-focused cockpit that reflected the styling trends of the time. The dashboard featured a wraparound design with easy-to-read gauges, while bucket seats gave the interior a sporty yet comfortable feel. Buyers who went with the Berlinetta trim enjoyed plush seating, upgraded upholstery, and more sound insulation, turning the Camaro into a muscle car with a hint of luxury. The Z28, on the other hand, kept things simple and performance-oriented, reminding drivers that this was a car built for the road and track alike. Another detail that makes the 1981 Camaro fascinating is its role in pop culture. Throughout the late 70s and early 80s, the Camaro appeared in movies, TV shows, and even music videos, cementing itself as a dream car for a generation of young drivers. It represented freedom, individuality, and the thrill of American automotive design. Even today, when people see a clean, restored Camaro from this era, it sparks nostalgia and admiration. It's more than just a car, it's a time capsule that brings back the energy of the 80s. Driving a Camaro from this era is an experience in itself. The sound of the V8 rumbling under the hood, the heavy steering that connects you directly to the road, and the raw feedback through the pedals and shifter remind you why these cars are so special. Modern cars may be faster, safer, and more efficient, but few can match the emotional connection of piloting a classic like the 1981 Camaro. It's the kind of car that demands respect, not just because of its power, but because of the way it makes you feel behind the wheel. Collectors today see the 1981 Camaro as a valuable piece of American muscle car history. The Z28 models are especially sought after, but even base coupes and Berlinettas are gaining appreciation as more people rediscover the charm of this generation. Restorers love the Camaro because of the strong aftermarket support, availability of parts, and the endless potential for customization. Some prefer to restore their cars to factory specs, while others take things further with performance upgrades, modern wheels, or even resto mods that blend classic looks with modern technology. The 1981 Camaro also stands as a reminder of how the automotive industry was changing at the time. Stricter emissions regulations, fuel crises, and shifting consumer demands forced manufacturers to adapt, and yet Chevrolet managed to create a car that still captured the spirit of performance and style. It was a transitional model, bridging the raw power of the 70s with the more modern approach that would come in the 80s. That's part of what makes it so unique. It represents both an end and a beginning in the Camaro story. Today, when you see a 1981 Camaro cruising down the street or parked proudly at a car show, you can't help but admire its presence. The sharp lines, wide stance, and unmistakable personality make it a standout even among newer vehicles. It's a car that speaks to passion, craftsmanship, and the timeless appeal of American muscle. So whether you're a longtime Camaro enthusiast or someone just discovering the magic of this car, the 1981 Chevrolet Camaro deserves your attention. It's more than just a vehicle, it's an icon of American history, a rolling piece of art that continues to inspire. At USA Car Reviews, we celebrate cars like this because they remind us why we fell in love with driving in the first place. The roar of the engine, the feel of the road, and the beauty of a design that refuses to fade with time. If you ever get the chance to drive or own a 1981 Camaro, consider yourself lucky. You won't just be holding the keys to a car, you'll be holding the keys to a legacy. And that, my friends, is something truly special.